Well, Julianne, congratulations on this movie. It was
Thank
so
you.
fun and so charming. But I have to start by saying that you always look so stunning. You
Thanks.
never change. What is
Thanks.
your secret?
Thank you. I'm happy to hear that because I see the changes. So, I mean, you know, I'm glad. That's very nice to hear. Yeah.
And well, this movie is so great. It's not really your straight up, you know, typical love story. What was it that grabbed it for you?
The first page, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, I think the very, very first scene, what she says to him there, where she sort of sets all that in motion, it was so surprising, so different, really original and fresh, and there were so many twists in the stories. It's just. It was Dan Fogelman did a great job with the script, and then the addition of this incredible cast. Everyone was so talented and so funny. It was a pleasure, really a pleasure to do.
Everyone is so different and just brought a different element to it,
Yeah.
which I think you just added to this.
Yeah.
And you primarily work with Steve.
Yes,
I mean,
yeah.
What can you say about Steve? What was it like working with him?
I can't say enough. I love him. He's such a wonderful actor, and he's so committed to what he does, and he's incredibly easy to connect with, and he makes an effort to really connect and be present. And then above and beyond that, he just has this insane comedic talent like nothing I've ever seen, where he can just dial it up, and he makes something so much funnier. I mean, I really am like, how do you do that? You know, he's just wonderful.
And of course, this is about love and the crazy things we do as kids, as teens, as adults. Have you ever done anything crazy or wacky for love?
As I said to somebody else, I was the queen of the drive-by. It was always, it was like, I mean, I can't stop myself. Like, I could not stop myself. I'm like, oh, I'm in my car again, and I'm driving by again.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes going as far as like even driving like up into the driveway and then backing off so that my lights flash, and it's just terrible, terrible.
It's a young thing. It's
Yeah.
you know, I think a lot of people have done that.
Yeah.
And usually, when there's a breakup, the girl always gets the makeover, but Steve gets the makeover.
Right.
Were you jealous of his wardrobe?
Oh, I liked my clothes too, so it was okay. But I think it was really fun to see, and yeah, I love that. I love that whole section of the movie. It's adorable.
And Ryan's character plays this really suave, smooth,
Yeah.
you know, smooth talker. Is there a pickup line that anyone's ever used on you before that you thought, you know, oh God, how terrible?
It's been a really long time since someone's used a pickup line, but I do remember, I think the last time somebody said something to me, and I said, well, I'm married. And he said, I don't care. That was maybe the worst.
Wow.
That was, I said, well, you know, I do. You know, so yeah, I thought that was not maybe the best line.
And your character, you know, you leave your husband in the movie, but we don't hate you. How do you kind of strike that balance?
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I mean, you know, I wanted to make her well-rounded. You know, somebody who was not trying to give up on her marriage, but was at the point where she felt like she couldn't change it anymore. That it wasn't working for either one of them. And in a way, you just wanted everybody to be as realistic as possible. And so, and most of us are not one thing, or all one thing, or all another thing.
Well, congratulations, spectacular job.
Thanks. Thank you very much. Good job.